I am not in danger, viewer. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks. And this is what's distracting me right now. So, Breaking Bad Season 4 was amazing! So we pick up where we left off. Walter and Jesse have gone through their conspiracy to kill Gale, and now they're suffering the consequences of Gus's wrath. A guy who is calm, collected, and devoid of showing any bad emotion, he just sat like this. However, was still pretty evil. He is now an angry, malevolent, calm, collected, evil person. It is impossible to tell what Gus is thinking or what might he be planning to do next, which easily makes him the most interesting, angry Hispanic villain in the show. You also, in this season, find out the reason for why he is who he is, and although I really liked that sequence, I did have a bit of a problem with it, because it is a villain that's doing this to another villain. And choosing the side between two villains, I think, is just nigh on impossible. A lot of people say the whole lesser of two evils thing, but bollocks to that. In the opening of this season, spoilers, he kills a guy with a box cutter. Yeah! Hank is still here, surprisingly, after he's running with more of the angry Hispanic villains of the season. He is now wheelchair and bedbound, and he has just turned into the most despicable human being. It's gotten to the point where I've actually groaned every time I've seen him on screen, because he used to be my favourite character, and now it's just not interesting. He made me sympathise with Marie, who was previously one of my least favourite characters. It takes a lot to do that. Of course, he mercifully does get better over the course of the season, so it's okay, I guess. They also give Skylar something to do in this, rather than just moan about her husband being a drug dealer, and although you can sympathise with her, she's just a really annoying bitch. No, they give her a subplot where she's now laundering Walt's money, and this just shows how much she and her husband have changed over the course of the series. Although the subplot does introduce Ted Beneke, who is one of my least favourite characters ever, which makes sense. They're not trying to make him out to be a good guy. He's pretty awful. And although he's a terrible, terrible character, I loved one of the scenes he was in just because it was him getting his comeuppance. You'll know what scene I'm talking about when you see it. But the main plot of the season mostly comes down to this. Gus is now watching Walter's every single move and trying to pit Jesse and Walter against each other in hopes that Jesse will eventually just wash his hands of Walter so Gus can move in for the kill, because he knows that if he does that too soon, then Jesse won't want to work for him anymore, which isn't good to anyone. However, while Gus is trying to kill Walt, Walter and Jesse are conspiring to kill Gus. You can tell this really isn't something that Jesse wants to do, but Walter pretty much becomes as manipulative and conniving as Gus does, doing some pretty horrible things over the course of the season just to save his own neck, in all seriousness. He really isn't who he was at the start of the series, which ultimately culminates with his amazingly written monologue, The One Who Knocks, and the ending of this season. Oh my god. I don't want to spoil anything, but screw it, spoilers. In the ending, Walter and Jesse manage to succeed in killing Gus by method of exploding pensioner. Who thinks of these ideas? I want to meet him and hug him. Yeah, the season ends in such a way that I would have been satisfied with it just ending the series as a whole. There are still 2 half seasons left, I know that, but it just ends it in such a way that ties everything up in a nice little bow, apart from like 1 or 2 things. But it just ends so well that I would have been fine with them just washing their hands of it and being done with Breaking Bad forever. I guess I'll have to wait until the series finale, which will have to do a lot to be better than this one, which took place over the course of not one, not two, but 3 episodes. And all of them have some of my favourite moments in Breaking Bad in them. So, in conclusion, Breaking Bad Season 4 may have just been my favourite season of Breaking Bad yet. I know that's kind of underwhelming considering I say that about every season, but come on, it's Breaking Bad. It's full of tense moments, amazing character interactions, and so many intertwining plot threads that really display so well why Breaking Bad is considered to be one of the best TV shows of all time. So to finish off, who is your favourite villain on TV? Breaking Bad kind of limits itself with all of their villains being angry Hispanic men, but come on, they're still all pretty cool. Mine personally is Davros from Doctor Who, other than the fact that he scared the living bejesus out of me when I was a kid watching the old Tom Baker episodes. And when I squealed like a little girl when they brought him back in New Who, he just demonstrates to me what a villain should be, even if he did get slightly pussified in New Who. So I am Charlie, and I am the one who knocks.